a more aggressive tone on Trump and MAGA Republican Joe Biden, who usually makes couched references to the former guy and his predecessor, explicitly named and called out Donald Trump during his speech. The president warned that Trump and the MAGA make America great again. Republicans represent an extremism that threatens the very foundation of our republic. With the stipulation that not every Republican is an extremist, he went on to directly address the grip his predecessor still holds over the party, saying, "There's no question that the Republican Party today is dominated, driven and intimidated by Donald Trump." He even made reference to the commotion surrounding the Justice Department's discovery that Trump was holding on to classified documents at Mar-a-Lago, something he's largely avoided discussing. Biden's directness tonight was a culmination of a new, aggressive approach he's taken recently in aiming to marginalize in Trump's agenda, an appeal to America's better nature. Biden planned to evoke a battle for the soul of the nation, and throughout his address he aligned himself with the founding ideals of the country, casting Trump and extremist Republicans as an existential threat to the nation. Speaking in front of Philadelphia's Independence Hall, where the Declaration of Independence and the U.S. Constitution were signed, Biden began his speech with the words, "I speak to you tonight from sacred ground." Backlit in red, white and blue, and welcomed on and off stage by a Marine band playing anthems from the 1800s, it was a night that leaned heavily on patriotism. "America is an idea," he said at one point, flanked by Marines at parade rest. "The most powerful idea in the history of the I know your hearts, and I know our history," he said, addressing the American people. "This is a nation that honors our Constitution," he said. A campaign pitch to the American. The speech tonight was billed as an official address, but it also had the feel of a campaign appeal. Biden touted his and Democrats' policy goals, urging Americans to vote, vote, vote. During a rare optimistic segment in what an otherwise dark speech, Biden touted his administration's progress on healthcare, combating climate change and addressing the COVID-19 pandemic. "I've never been more optimistic about America's future," he said. "We're going to end cancer as we know it. We're going to create millions of new jobs in the clean energy economy. We're going to think big. We're going to make 21st century another American century." Threat of election deniers looms. The president issued stern warnings that the integrity of American elections was vulnerable. Condemning Trump and other Republicans who have denied the legitimacy of the 2020 elections, and have threatened to do so in the midterms, Biden asked Americans to join him in resisting election misinformation and the rollback of voting rights. "We can't let the integrity of our elections be undermined," he said. "We can't allow violence to be normalized in this country," he added, referencing the January 6th insurrection. A missed opportunity. Biden may have missed a chance to highlight the public's outrage over the Supreme Court's decision to revoke the constitutional right to abortion. The issue energized Democrats ahead of the midterm, and abortion rights advocates have expressed frustration at Biden and other Democrats for not speaking more directly and forcefully about it. Biden did mention that MAGA Republicans want to take the country backwards to an America where there is no right to choose, no right to privacy, no right to contraception, but he lost a chance to directly play the issue up as an urgent example of rights at stake.